Hey everyone, we're about to get started in a few minutes. So we're Hey Raphael Hardwick, what's up? I'm just doing some last minute stuff before we get started. But how was your day anyway? Let's see here. All right, so we at least get one person watching. Let's hope we can get more people in. Shout out to everyone who comes in. I know some people have other live streams going on, which is probably why. But let's see here. Okay. Now, originally, this live stream was meant for Wednesday, but I had to cancel it because my internet went down earlier this week. So I had to postpone everything all the way to tonight, to be exact, because my internet was messing up earlier this week. It's still a little janky. But something's probably going, and I think because we also have we had a storm today, but we don't know if that was the reason why it was getting janky again. Last time it wasn't; it was just being janky and stuff. But right now it's working, which is why I'm able. And then I said, I think an announcement that I moved the thing. When I did a video when I was on the metro station. I did a video while I was at the metro station going to my job, saying that I had to move the thing to Friday, and it had to be either between 6, 7, or maybe even 7:30. So it ended up having to be right now. I meant to do another announcement video on the act, but yeah, but so, but we'll hope we'll get some people in the future. We know that there's a lot of other live streams going on, so people are probably checking out those. And then if they want to later, they can come over here. Like I said, my channel is still growing, so I don't expect too much to happen yet, but hopefully it will soon in the future. Oh, so your day was okay, Raphael Hardwick. Well, mine was good too. hear any buzzing, that's my phone on silent. I get a lot of notifications because I activated a lot of notifications on here. I guess me having a channel may have or subscribe to a lot of people, and then of course with the algorithm issue, caused me to put a lot of notifications on and stuff like that. All right. I don't want to hold you back, so let's get started with some of today's topics. I don't even know if it's two people. I guess we can get started. All right, let's see. So let's look at what are the topics we have today. Okay, the one I was just doing earlier, we'll talk about later. Right now, I want to talk about the Westbrook situation. So I'm going to share my screen. The NBA needs to start laying down the law on a lot of these fans, especially these racist fans, who go hollering racial slurs at the the NBA players, and then when the NBA players check them, it's the NBA players that get in trouble, but not as much as the fans. Although I was happy to hear that one fan who went after Westbrook is now banned from appearing in any arenas, NBA arenas, including the one he was in. So basically, I think either last week or earlier this week or last week, Westbrook got into a confrontation with a Utah Jazz fan. So calling him boy and all kinds of stuff, and Westbrook had to check him. And I stand with Westbrook with defending himself. But at first, they were going to try to sue. Sorry about that. They were going to try to sue Westbrook, and then try to sue the stadium and stuff like that. And the team owner was like, "No, we're going to just ban you from all the games and stuff like that." And that's exactly what I did. But see, the thing is the NBA needs to start putting tougher penalties. I'm glad that they did lay down the law on that incident, but there's been a whole lot of incidents with players being yelled at and being yelled racial slurs at by fans too many times. And if the the NBA doesn't lay down the law, then to protect these players, and we're supporting the players, then we will do what has happened with the NFL. We will boycott just in defense of the players until they start treating the players better. These are people that are helping their business, not the fans, who are yelling the racial slurs and stuff like that. All right, so I know some people were waiting for me to have my point on that situation, and that's it now. But what was I about to? All right, so I got another topic I wanted to bring up. All right. So there's a whole incident that everyone has been talking about lately. So we're going to try to bring it up as soon as I can find it. Okay. Where was it? Uh, all right. Oh, well, actually, there was a couple incidents. And here's one right here. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me stop this for a second. I'm going to do something different real quick. I'm going to unshare my screen. I'm going to do something a little different. See, T.I. is continuing to be one of the few rappers I'm really liking currently. Because a lot of rappers are not doing what T.I. is doing. So I'm going to play this video. Hold on real quick. Let me unshare my screen. Yeah, you get hate when it's live and stuff. Alright. Let's try this one last time. Hold on. Alright, I knew something was not right. Alright, that was the wrong one. I'd separate the screens. That's just a bunch of people fighting. So, now we get it. We got it right this time. Alright. So, I want y'all to look at this video of what T.I. just did. So, I want to know what y'all thoughts are. Shit till we put it on. We make that shit fly. We make look at me. I'm motherfucker. I got that shit on. I look better than you. I look better than you. Yeah, you they show me they do respect. So what? I can't do it. None of them white folks. But the one that said, but the one that said, don't run off when they come to your brother. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna try to tell you. We come out. When we come out. We come out. Now, do you see that T.I. caught some individual wearing Gucci, knowing that people have been protesting Gucci for their effery? You know, Gucci was known to do that sweater and all kinds of racial stuff. Now they're trying to get figureheads like Dapper Dan, or should I say call him Diaper Dan, to try to get black customers back. And we said we're going to boycott. And T.I., he's basically kept it real by G-checking people, going after people who decides to still support Gucci. He's the one who did that diss song at Floyd Money Mayweather for wearing Gucci when you know that they did something racial. I hope he does a diss song on Kodak, or should I say Koondak Whack, because he was one of the rappers who's defending Gucci, but T.I. is not defending Gucci. So I hope that T.I. decides to do a diss song on Koondak Whack, because Koondak Whack needs to get checked for trying to still defend Gucci. And then he needs to do another song, diss song. T.I. needs to do another diss song on Diaper Dan. I'm waiting for that diss song too. Let me unclick my screen. See, I'm happy that T.I. has decided to step up to the doing the protest against Gucci. See, this is what I like when I see celebrities. I mean, I'm not saying I trust every celebrity, but when I see them actually trying to do something, I'll take a look at it, because but we can't depend on the celebrities. However, I like the fact that at least a few of them are starting to realize the situation. We've dealing with a lot of racism in this country still. Matter of fact, some of it even worse. And then you got some of these ignorant Negroes, the people like Koondak Whack, who wants to still defend Gucci and stuff like that, being a bunch of sellouts and stuff like that. But luckily, T.I. is trying to be one of the real ones. Until otherwise, T.I. is being one of the real ones. And he does better music anyway than Koondak Whack and the rest of these new age retards who are just, I just can't stand. All right. I'm going to show another video. And I'm going to tell you why I'm happy with the group of brothers that were willing to defend a black woman from being attacked from some knucklehead. So I'm going to share my screen again. So there was this tweet about this incident. This guy tweeted that I love seeing the real brothers protecting the sisters, especially from colonizer-minded dudes in our community who want to harm them. So this is what he was talking about. Now you see what happened. This guy in the orange shirt who got his butt knocked down was trying to attack a sister. This woman right here was arguing. This man was arguing with this woman, and then that man, coward, started attacking. See, you had this coward right here deciding to attack this woman, but then a group of brothers, or at least one, decided to stop this. Watch. So now this guy right here is this guy right here comes up and is now about to punch the guy in the orange yellow shirt. Let's take a look. See, this is what we need more in the black community. We need real fighters willing to protect our community against racists and against criminal, coonish, criminal within our own community that want to harm our own community, coon out, sell out to racists, or just be criminals and try to destroy our community. We need real warriors in our community, like the guy in the reddish shirt that fought against this coward to be protecting our community. And we need to excommunicate any cowards like this guy that try to make our community look bad, attacking our women and children, and causing all kinds of havoc that will lead to destruction of our community. All right, so I'm about to click this off now. I'm about to show you another incident on Twitter. I'm looking at some of this stuff on Twitter. So, all right, now this is another one that everyone has been talking about. So I'm going to play this video where you had this racist white woman yelling at this black man, and then tries to blame the black man and stuff like that for being racist. So, and she's part of the board of education. Well, good news is she's been removed from that position of power. But let's look at this. I only was able to get a few seconds of the video on Twitter, but here's what talking about. She's saying that
permanently, motherfucker.
Eric.
Go ahead, I will.
Do it.
Sit down. Don't you dare talk to me in front of my kids like that, motherfucker.
Call the cops because he threatened me.
Why did it? It's right. Because I'm niggers. That's why. Because they're fucking niggers in these tapes.
you see that?
Eric.
Cursing at us, calling us the N-word and stuff.
Put your hands on me. Come on. Eric. Put your hands on me. Put them on me.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. I'm a police. You motherfucker.
Eric.
You motherfucker.
Eric.
Don't you dare, motherfucker. That's why you're a nigger in these tapes. Please, watch this motherfucker.
Call me a nigger. Eric, go sit down.
Fuck you, nigger. Eric. Eric. Motherfucker. Come on, Eric. Motherfucker. You motherfucker.
All right, now I heard that there was a video and another angle, and this is it right here. So let's take a look.
I will. Sit down. Don't you dare talk to me in front of my kids like that, motherfucker. What? It's right. Because we're niggers. That's why. They're fucking niggers in these tapes.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Excuse me. Put your hands on me.
Don't do it.
That's what. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. That's why you're a nigger in these tapes. Watch this motherfucker. Fuck you, nigger.
Yo, chill.
Motherfucker.
Chill.
Oh God.
All right, so I'm about to exit out. But yeah, she was supposed to be part of the board of education. Someone was willing to elect that racist woman, attacking that black guy, calling him the N-word and stuff. And like I said before, oh hey Darrell, Phil, how's it going? Well, the good news is, now, did you just see the video of that Board of Education's woman who was yelling at the N-word and stuff? Because I know a lot of people were talking about that on their streams and on their videos and stuff. And you have all that going on. And then she tried to swack the camera and stuff and say that I'm going to record you in and stuff like that. But it's been reported that she has been removed from the Board of Education. She has been totally fired or was forced to resign or quit her job, which is good. Because you have that woman in a high position like the Board of Education, that's a problem. She's not part of the clan. I mean, she may not be part of the clan, but she doing all her racism, being part of the Board of Education. So I know that she was doing a lot of shady stuff to mess up the education of black people. So, and she exposed herself at that grocery store acting like a retard and stuff like that. These people, these racists, think that. See, this is how I remember Phil saying on his show that to them, racism is more important than food. And you know what? Let's see how you can eat with racism when you don't have the money anymore because you don't have a job no more. Acting all racist and stuff like that, especially towards black people and stuff. Since racism and white supremacy is more important than your job and food and stuff like that. That's how some of these racists act. All right, we're getting some more people. Yes, thank you. We're getting some more people in. So, I did a video. I showed a video earlier, Daryl LaFille, of this coon attacking a black woman, and luckily there were some brothers, or at least one brother, that was willing to stand up for that woman and attack that and fight back against that coon and stuff. Now, whoever that the man that was protecting the black woman, I wish that he or someone like him was here in this next incident that I'm about to show. Now this is when we really need. I'm gonna look at one of Water Sniper's videos. And shout out to him. Make sure you subscribe to Water Sniper. Hold on, there might be another way. No, I don't have. I'll try to look up. Hold on. Let me see. There might be another way I can. You know what? I'll just do it from here instead. I'll just go back to Twitter. But I'm going to show you something that's very disturbing. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are watching and who are going to watch the replay, or who are already watching the replay. So. You see this coward, this racist? He is complaining and being angry over a parking space, over a parking lot, attacking, he goes by the name of Austin Sheffield. He's a white supremacist from Dallas, Texas. Well, I mean, then that's what it's also saying. But that's what and she has been hospitalized. Hopefully she is doing okay. Now, I wish there were some protectors out there. This is why we need to start protecting our black sisters immediately and our black children immediately, because we have racists like that. Now, there was something else I want to show. Okay, this right here. This is his social media. Someone managed, people managed to find his Facebook and his social media, and this is what he said. It says ghetto fat black chick somewhere near Hollywood Boulevard. I will beat you, mother. I'm not going to read the rest of it. And he's saying the N word with the A. I mean, first of all, he should not be saying this word or calling our women the B word and stuff like that. See, this is what he thinks about, and this is years ago. They found this out, and he said all this years ago, like 9 years ago, and now he actually displayed what he was going to do to this one woman over a parking space, and or saying that she was blocking him and stuff like that, and so this was all over a freaking parking space. Now I heard he's been arrested, which is good, and I hope he gets. I think he's been charged, but a lot needs to be done. I understand. Hey, first of all, how you doing, T-Mac? I understand. It is very disturbing. I saw a video earlier, T-Mac. Some brothers were trying to fight another man, only it was a black man attacking a woman. So luckily, there was some other black guys that came to the woman's defense and fight back. But I wish those same brothers that fought back, who defended that woman from that coon who was trying to attack her, I wish they were out there on that other video I just showed, fighting that white man, that white racist. I want to ask another question. Yeah, well, first of all, more of us as black men need to be fighting for our women and fighting these white racists once and for all. Learn some self-defense, get a weapon or whatever. Not advocating for violence, but I am advocating for self-defense and protecting our community. Now I want to ask another question, and that's to them feminist groups, the Me Too movement, and the so-called women's organizations, the women's movement and stuff like that. Where are you guys that's supposed to be the champions of women? Yeah, you are absolutely right, Pirate Brain. We can't bring camera to a gunfight. Unless, of course, we're going to bring the gun with our camera. But another thing, I'm talking about these feminist groups, these supposed to be organizations that are meant to protect women and stuff like that. Where were they when that incident happened? Where's the Me Too movement or any kind of feminist movement or women's groups? Why are they not talking about that incident? Does anyone in the chat room want to ask that question or answer that question to why they are not out there defending that woman? She's been hospitalized. She said the punches and bruises that she suffered were starting to swell and stuff when she was hospitalized. But where are they? These are the same feminist groups that will show up whenever a black guy or a celebrity, black celebrity like R. Kelly, would be accused of messing with underage girls. I mean, if he is, like I said, if he is guilty, then yes, he needs to be thrown in prison, thrown in the slammer. And that is anyone who hurts a woman, regardless of what you look like. I mean, yes, that is true. There's an article that I want to show about what's happening when it comes to black women and guns. I want to show that article later in this video. But I'm just asking these so-called feminist groups who go after black men, straight men. Where were you when that racist was attacking? Where was your call out against that man when that racist was attacking that woman and stuff like that? Now, yes, to the black men, I wish there was some black guys out there too that and instead of the whoever was filming that video, what I wish that guy in that video would have done was also beat up, found at least someone to help him or himself go over and fight that guy instead of recording everything. I know you want to record everything for evidence, but you should have found some way to help go over there and help that woman. I mean, make sure you be careful. Yes, that's exactly right, Pirate Brain. Me Too is not for our women. They use our women to go after black males, especially straight black males. They're trying to destroy the image of the black males to keep women away from black males, including even our own women, so we can't procreate and we can put our community at risk of extinction. But when the white man does something and the white man gets off, they don't fuss and fight and stuff like that because they don't want to destroy the image of the white male when the white male has destroyed his own image with his own actions. See, the white male has destroyed his own image. It has created an image of evil by himself. They have to use the media and our government and the system of racism to destroy the black male incident. The black male's actions alone is not enough to destroy our image. They have to use the media and stuff like that. But yeah, I heard that guy got arrested. I forgot what his name was again already. But his name is Austin Sheffield, and he needs to be arrested, and he needs to stay in prison, no bond. But we're gonna keep up more information, and if y'all figure out something and want to email me or talk about it in the chat room or come on the panel, and talk about the situation more. Well, yes, that is an issue. Well, eventually, if they start, see that shows you the cowardness that some of these racists do. They think they're tough, but they have to use a weapon because they know that if there are black men around that are willing to defend that woman, they know that that racist is going to get beat up. That's why they wait till black women are alone, or they make sure they have a weapon and we're unarmed so that they can do their attacks, because that's how cowardly these racists are, how much they hate our community. And then they also use things like stand your ground to protect them when they actually kill someone. I want to show that video. I did a video on the senator in Arkansas, the black woman, the black female senator, who talked about the stand your ground laws being unfair to black people. And Arkansas was trying to become the next state to have stand your ground. and the bill failed, which was good. That means they're not going to get a stand your ground law. And that's a Republican state, so that you would think that would be easier to get stand your ground over there. But nope, I think that senator helped stop that stand your ground law, because they also know if things start happening, eventually we're going to rise up and start revolting. Now there was an article, but first, before I show that one video, I want to show something else. So because of attacks like these, I'm hearing articles like this are popping up now. African American women are increasing buying guns. Statistics show. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is a black woman, female with a car. Looks like, I don't know if she's modeling for a gun, but they're showing an example of what black women have been doing now. You see, now more black women and hopefully more black men are now starting to register for gun permits, at least do that part. So when the time is to actually get a weapon, when they go show their permits and stuff. But yes, now this is just talking about just black women. They're saying that up to 59% of African American households not view only a gun is a necessity. According to a recent studies from the Pew Research Center released this month, an African American woman and African American woman have outpaced all the other races and genders in terms of securing concealed carry permits in Texas between 2000 and 2016. So as in racism and the attacks on black women have continued by racists and even other blacks who hate themselves and are attacking black women, whether it be other black women or black men who are traitors to our community. And of course, some races, that's probably black women, are among the few non-white people, even though it's not saying that in this article, are now starting to bring their gun game up a little higher. And that's what this article is talking about. Now I'm going to read the article, now the actual words of the article. According to the demographic information released by the state, it wasn't always this way. As recently as 2012, Pew had found that less than a third of black families saw gun ownership as a positive. Bill Smith, the founder of the National African American Gun Association, I think I've heard of them before, said that politics and police shootings, such as so this is actually kind of an old article from 2017. But I do want to bring this up because, well, I know with the two incidents, this is what's been happening as of lately. More blacks, including black women, are starting to increase their gun game. So this is actually an old article, but the reason why I bring it up is because of attacks like what just happened. This is what more black women are starting to do now. And hopefully more black men and black youth and black elders are also going to have to start doing along with the black women to increase their gun game, go to the classes. I'm kind of thinking of, because I'm kind of thinking of me and my family should start going out, start going to classes, saving up our money, start going up the classes, and learn how to use a concealed weapon. So if we have to go the extra mile to defend ourselves, I'm gonna start working out more so I can get in fit and shape, so that maybe also learn how to fight and stuff. Because I used to do Taekwondo, but all that has basically rubbed off of me because I stopped. I think it's time I start learning some fighting techniques again. So we're going to have to do all this stuff that I'm just talking about and what this article is talking about, because these racist attacks, or these attacks from our criminals in our group, or these racists, they are increasing and increasing and increasing. Yes, Daryl. I hope they're also going. I hope to find articles. I'll try to find articles if there's been an increase of black women learning martial arts. I know there's an increase of women doing boxing. You could thank Clarissa Shields for that. But when it comes to other martial arts like MMA and karate and stuff like that, our people, especially, we know a lot of black men do a lot of these activities and stuff. Otherwise, you won't see them in the UFC and Bellator and stuff like that. But our black women, to the black women who are watching this is stuff you're gonna have to start doing now. If there's no black men around, I mean, we hope that black men are around, are gonna be around protecting you. I hope us as black men are protecting you, or about to start protecting you even more. But let's just say you have to, in the situation that you are alone, that if you are Kof McGraw, okay, I think I've heard about that, Pirate Brain, Mr. Pirate Brain. But let's say you do end up in a situation where you're just gonna end up alone, then hopefully you at least get yourself prepared, get your fighting training. You're at least going to be prepared to defend yourself. Like that one woman who was at that McDonald's and that guy just attacked it, and then she had to box her way because those coward, weak employees and that coward, weak manager wouldn't defend her. So she ended up doing some boxing moves. I was glad that she learned that boxing to defend herself. And then you had this other black female who had to box away all these racist Asian kids that were fighting her, and she actually was whooping up on them. What was disappointing about that video is you just had the black men just recording it. I'm like, at least a couple of you gonna have to get there, because there was Asian men trying to back off the Asian women that were getting beat up. What if they would decided they wanted to beat up that black woman? Nah, y'all need to go step in there. Especially people in my generation, the millennials, or people that are younger than me in my generation, the younger millennials, or the GZs, or whatever they're going to call the next generation. When the Gen Xers and baby boomers are gone, we're gonna have to be the next generation to lead the next generation to defend our community and stuff. And we're gonna have to start now while we still have the baby boomers and the Gen Xers, and hopefully the baby boomers and Gen Xers especially, I mean, are teaching us or trying to warn us about some of these issues. But because I'm seeing that when it comes to the men not fighting back against the racists or coons and stuff, it's a lot of these people in my generation or the younger generation that's younger than mine that, I see not going in there fighting and stuff. And that's a problem. Because if that's going to be my generation, our entire community and race as a whole is going to be completely finished. And that is what we need to change, like, immediately. So I'm glad that there's more black women and others that are getting their gun game up. Because, our community was the community that we use religion and all sorts of excuses to not get weapons, but knowing that these racists. Yeah, I heard about that. Belize Bang. By the way, welcome to my show. Yeah, that's a problem. We need to straighten up some of the younger generation so they'll be our next protectors, because they're supposed to be the next protectors of our community when the baby boomers and Gen Xers and some of the older millennials are gone. And that's why these racists are wiping us out right now. They're trying to get rid of anyone that may be a threat to them, especially black men. Notice that they're going after alpha black straight males, dark-skinned black males, and they are attacking black women who are alone or have self-hate issues and stuff. Notice that they're making them easier targets. Notice when it's coming to these false accusations of sexual misconduct and stuff like that. Notice they're attacking black men who are too stupid to think with their head on that's attached to their neck and think with the head that's down there. And most of them, people are not going to help because they have done stuff that is against the black community, and we're not going to be there to defend them. Notice that. So we're going to have to fix our community. I mean, first we need to fix our community within, and then we're going to have to continue to, because right now the good news is we are starting to wake up. We are starting to wake up now. Matter of fact, some of us are waking up. It used to be that only 20% got the message, and the 80% was not getting the message and was just playing around and stuff like that. But now I think that number for the people who got it, the 80% is starting to decrease, and they're starting to join the 20% that are trying to form the revolution against racism, against the black community. We got things like ADOS that's waking up, making us more political and more willing to fight back. So we got that. We're starting to wake up. We're starting to prepare more. We're starting to organize more. Heck, we don't even need black leaders. We are still organizing. All right. So let's see. What do I want to talk about next? Oh, I heard that more lawsuits are being filed against all the parents and all the schools that were involved in that college admission scandal. And most of the people that are filing the lawsuits were the students or the people who got rejected and passed over because the rich were sending bribes to get their dumb kids to go to the school, even though they had no knowledge, they didn't know what they were doing, and didn't deserve to be there. But yeah, you had the privilege. Yeah, I think I've heard that. Yes. The ADOS thing is helping us be more political. What do you mean it's causing division, Belize Bane? Belize Bane, what are you talking about? It is not causing division. We are telling the black immigrants that we're just in order for black people to survive in this community, we're not bashing your people. We're just trying to tell them that as black Americans, we have to get our reparations so that we can finance our community here in America, and then we can help the entire diaspora. Now, I understand that in the Caribbean, you had a lot of countries that were affected by colonization in your country by the Europeans outside of America. But, and the people who, what do you mean rhetoric? No, some of the people from outside African Americans who were outside, who are black immigrants from this country, they see that for years, some of the black immigrants who had decided not to associate with blackness and help us out, now that they're seeing that black men, that black Americans, no, they haven't. She was the one that came up with the idea, along with Told Talk and stuff like that. But you see, Belize, so you must be one of those people that, one of those black or those people from outside America who are not descendants of black slaves who were brought over here. Let me tell you about ADOS, by the way. ADOS stands for Americans Descendants of Slaves. Now, if y'all wanted reparations, you need to go to the countries from Europe that colonized your nation if y'all want reparations. See, we're trying to get reparations from the American government because they've owed us, because our ancestors worked for our nation for free. All right. And for years, we've been fighting to get reparations back. But we've noticed that the people, we know the racists were going to attack it. But we also noticed that people like you and some of the internationals, what did it say? We did not go to the, speaking on AA. What are you talking about? Man, what are you talking about? What does this have to do with what I'm talking about? But whatever. Seriously. I'm going to have to do this. See, this is what I get with some of the black immigrants and stuff like that, and the people who are not black Americans who are descendants of black slaves like Nat Turner and stuff like that. That all of a sudden, when black Americans are finally thinking about other black Americans who were descendants of slaves, all of a sudden, and then when you have some of these black immigrants who come here, yes, that's what it stands for. I mean, no. ADOS is the ADOS we have is the American descendants of slaves. Some of the black immigrants who come to this country, when we try to welcome them in and try to get help in case of any racist attacks happen, some of y'all say, I don't identify as black. I'm not saying you are, but he's like we don't identify as, we identify as Dominican Republican, Jamaican, and stuff like that. And then you don't help us. So now black Americans have we're going to have to help ourselves and try to get reparations. And that way, once we get our reparations, we can start owning businesses or help increase businesses, get land and stuff. And maybe if we need to, maybe we can start helping the other. Okay, you're kind of deflecting at the same time. Oh, excuse me? Okay, you know what? That's it. That's it. That is it. All right, you're starting to annoy me right now. I'm gonna have to do this. Let's see. I didn't want to do this, Belize. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to do this. All right. See, the black immigrants and the foreign-born blacks and the black people who are descendants from black immigrants and not descendants of slaves, all of a sudden, when American descendants of slaves, the American descendants of slaves, I mean, black Americans, African Americans, then all of a sudden, black foreigners, black immigrants get mad and like you believe, starting like you're being divisive. We're still trying for you to, but the thing is, we've tried the Pan-Africanism and stuff like that. We try to connect with the rest of the black diaspora, but some of you guys have decided not to decide with. I'm not saying you maybe, but some of you have decided to decide with white supremacy or just keep your distance from us until you start become the victims and stuff like that, like the immigration issue and stuff like that. When the immigrants get in trouble and stuff like that, they expect us to come help them out. But when we get in trouble, the immigrants don't help us out. So we realize that we have no friends and we have to think on our own until some of y'all start willing to help out. And we're just trying to get what we are owed, what black Americans are owed. And if you who happen to be foreign-born blacks, black immigrants that don't get the message, even though we have tried to tell you we're not trying to be divisive, we're not anti-black immigrant, we're just pro finally getting what's ours that this country owes us, then I can't rock with you. I'm standing with ADOS. I support ADOS. I support us finally getting reparations. I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to say it and I had to do it. All right. All right. I want to talk about this next incident that happened. All right. I want to talk about this Amazon driver who was shot by a white man. So I'm going to bring up this video real quick. We'll get to another topic. Yeah, that was the first time I had to, for anyone who's watching it, that's actually the first time I've actually ever had to block someone. But I support the ADOS, the black American black descendants of slaves. And if you don't like it, well, tough luck. But you're not going to be coming in my channel and disrespecting ADOS or disrespecting me on my videos and on my live streams. All right, now back to this. So I'm going to play this video about what happened to this Amazon trier.
I'm a personal trainer. I wanted to go back to school, play college basketball. Walker play with my son.
Tuesday, Walker says he had just finished his shift as an Amazon delivery driver when he stopped in this St. Charles Target parking lot to help a fellow driver. He admits he parked in a disabled parking spot. What happened next, he and his family can't understand. Prosecutors say 65-year-old Larry Tomlinson confronted Walker.
I got a lot of van and I told him, look, I want to move it. And he just kept harassing me.
Walker says Tomlinson punched him and he fought back.
But when he pulled the gun out, my eyes were just amazed. And I tried to run in between two cars. He got a nice aim. He was really right in my spine.
Prosecutors say surveillance video shows.
All right, so you had. Now I'm going to show this again. I'm going to go. Let's see if I can find the image of the individual.
Prosecutors say 65-year-old Larry Tomlinson.
Yeah, you had this racist right here being mad. This is another incident involving a parking lot. This man right here being mad over some parking issue, some van being parked. Now, the guy said he was going to eventually move it, but he was trying to help someone or something. And this man just go crazy off over a parking lot. Now, if someone was illegally parking in a handicap and refused to move it, instead of you just fighting back, I mean, instead of you just trying to mess with the guy, maybe you should have let the someone else handle it. Let the people who run the store handle it, or let proper people. You don't need to be fighting people, or let the authorities have it. Although I have to be careful. We have to be careful when it comes to bringing the authorities along. But there are professionals that handle issues. Let's just say there are professionals that deal with issues, like if someone's parking in a handicapped spot and you don't think there's be there. But this guy tried to do the extra mile, start messing with the person when the guy was not threatening. The black guy actually fought back, but only because this guy was messing with them, and then takes out a gun and shoots, and that man is now paralyzed. This guy needs to have the book thrown at him. But I'm telling you, this racism is getting. Oh, hey, Corey the Black Veggie. How's it going? You just found out I had to block someone today. Someone that I actually liked. Because he happened to disagree with the ADOS thing. But now I want to get back to this situation. Yeah, this guy is just messing. He's just being racist and just wanted to mess with people. Now, there's actually some more to that video, but that was the only thing I could find because I forgot where I found that other stuff. But I heard he's been arrested. Now, that was something that I did not show, but I did not like. The guy who got paralyzed did something I did not like him to do, or did not want him to do. He forgave the idiotic racist. Now, that is a big problem that we have in the black community. Whenever a black guy does something, he's never forgiving. But some of us, not all of us, in fact, more people are starting to understand that we need to stop forgiving these racists when they do us harm, even to the point of, because the worst could have been, he could have done worse than just paralyzed you. He could have put you in a coma or killed you. It wasn't like he was doing this by accident. I understand if accidents and you were not intentional to do that. Like, I didn't mean to do this. That was a mistake. And I understand if someone wanted to make it right after an accident or a mistake that you did not purposely want to do. But what this man did, he intentionally wanted to kill that guy who he paralyzed. He had hatred, and he didn't even ask for forgiveness. I bet you he probably would if he was about to go to prison and stuff like that. But even then, when he's asking for forgiveness, we should not give him forgiveness. He does not earn it or deserve it, because he did this on purpose. He intentionally wanted someone. And the only reason why someone would ask for forgiveness after that is because he got caught or he's going to get in trouble. You see, when we forgive these people, they actually use that as weakness. In fact, that makes them emboldened to do more crap against us, because they take our forgiveness for weakness. They take it like, okay, so they're thinking in their minds that they're not gonna, that we in the black community are not gonna have the racists be held accountable. That's what they're thinking. They're not thinking, oh, these people are generous people and stuff like that, or I want to do right by them because they're willing to give me a chance. No, they're using that as weakness. I don't see the Parkland shooters or the people at New Zealand forgiving their killers. I don't see that. Didn't see the 9/11 people forgive those terrorists. I don't see those 3 women forgiving whoever had them captive and raped. But I see too many of my people forgiving these racists after they attack. But yet when our people does something, I don't see that forgiveness from our own people being forgiving other black people. Even if the black person did that by mistake, it was an accident and he didn't mean it to do any wrong. It was an accident. I don't see us forgiving. I see us fighting each other. That's another issue that I have a problem with. So we need to get that forgiveness. And then you have some people, these religious nuts. It's like, but you have to forgive. You can't have that hate in your heart. I'd rather have that hate in my heart and just have to live with it than be all weak and passive, because they can also use that. Remember what happened when that guy forgave and tried to hug the dude? If he had not done that, the judge would have put that white guy that attacked him in prison. But because the judge saw that the guy forgave him, he didn't put him in prison. And the judge wanted to convict the guy, but that forgiver acted all stupid. And I was happy when that forgiver got criticized and he actually saw all the criticisms that were against him. That was karma. But yeah, this forgiveness garbage needs to stop. Or at least we start forgiving our own people for once and not forgive these people outside our community when they do us dirt and stuff. If we're not going to be willing to forgive our own people, then why should we be forgiving this guy? And we need to stop forgiving people when they actually purposely, intentionally try to kill us. And they have no remorse. They don't ask for forgiveness. They have no remorse. They do not care. They just wanted to do it because it made them feel good. They have showed they hate us, so why should we give them any mercy? The only thing that needs to be happening to this guy, the only thing we need to the only thing we need to give this guy is the middle finger. The only thing we need to give this guy is our vengeance. And the only thing this guy deserves is punishment, to be held accountable, to be thrown in jail, or even worse. That was need to be given to this guy, not no freaking forgiveness. I wish someone reached out to that guy, to the black guy who got paralyzed, and tell them that as we would do, as much as what happened, we pray for that he recovers and gets justice, but we should also tell that guy, hey, the part about you forgiving, we don't need to be doing that anymore. In fact, it emboldens more like the guy who attacked you to attack. I think I forgot what it was. I think it was either Florida or Texas. Something is always happening in these states, but if I actually forgot where it was, I have to look it up. And hopefully, because I might be trying to look for updates and stuff like that. All right. I was talking about the ADOS thing earlier, and I had to block someone because they were kind of disrespectful and was when it came to disagreeing me, and I tried to explain to them why we're doing this here in Black America. The Black Americans are fighting for ADOS and for reparations is because of all the stuff that's been going on, that's been happening to us in this country. All the other groups have gotten reparations and stuff, but not Black Americans. And then you got some scumbags like Joy-Ann Reid and some of the politicians like Kamala Harris. You know, most of them are actually Black or descendants of Black immigrants who are not considered Black descendants, Black American descendants of slaves. I think it should have been called BADOS, which is Black American descendants of slaves. I think that's what it should have also been called, you know, to avoid a lot of confusion and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, 7-8? Hey, 7-8, if you want to come on in, oops, sorry, wrong thing. If you want to come on in, I'm about to start inviting people to the panel to see if they want to come on in, and maybe we can review some of the topics I talked about. So here's the link to anyone that wants to come on in. I think I have your email, sports 78 sports, but I think your email kind of didn't work. But yeah, if you want to come on in, we can do some discussion. How's things going on with the LDBC so far? I heard Spence. Oh, okay. I don't know. I might not be out too long because there's really not many topics left. But maybe, hopefully, next time. I heard that Spence won the fight against Mikey Garcia. I know you and the rest of the LDBC have been talking about that. And I also heard that Deontay Wilder turned down the zone, or should I call them the dumb zone? That's what I call that freaking app. That idiotic Eddie Hearn is all pissed off. Yeah, he can screw himself. Okay, Darrell. Yeah, maybe one day you can come on and maybe we can talk about. Maybe you can. I mean, the link right here, the Hangout link. That's one way to come on in. I have the link right now. Also, what I could, if you can't get in the link through that, then I could try to invite you through Google Hangout and stuff like that, and just look for the link there. And then also you can give me your email, and then I'll just give you the link, and you just come in through there and stuff like that. So that's the couple of ways that I know to help people come on the panel and stuff. But you know what? I really don't have any other articles I could think of because there are some things I want to talk about, but I think I'm going to try to do just separate videos. But I'm going to start making a lot of videos, and I might do another live stream later this weekend, or maybe next week. So stuff like that. But I think I'm going to wrap this up for now. But yeah, I hope y'all had a good time. And maybe one day, 7-8, if you're still here, maybe one day we could have you on this panel. And you too as well, Darrell. But I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to just make more videos for different topics. And if I do decide to come back and do another live stream, I might do another live stream later in the weekend if y'all depend on what I'm doing this weekend. And if not, then I'll maybe at least between Tuesday and next Friday, I'll try to do another, or next weekend I might try to do another a live stream. But thank you for those. Make sure you check out the replay. But that's all I'm going to talk about for tonight. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another video or live stream. Peace, everyone.